Hello, it's Emma with your Tarot and Oracle reading of the day. As always, if this found you, I'm certain there's a message here for you. If it doesn't resonate, you can just leave it behind for the person it's for. So I'm going to jump in with the tarot, get a few cards, and then we'll get some Oracle cards of confirmation. What does the collector need to know? What does the collector need to hear, please? I feel like this is going to have to do with the video that I just posted about the fear of being seen. I'm feeling that energy very strongly today. That's a message that needs to go out today. Oh dear. Yes, this is a message about the fear of being seen. This is for somebody who has spent a lot of their time within the shadows, being afraid to step out. Ooh! Wheel of Fortune on the top of the deck. So this is changing, okay? You have done work to break this, to step out of the shadows, and it's taken a lot of strength, a lot of perseverance to end this, to step into your full power. It's giving me somebody that is soft. It's giving me somebody who is very compassionate, okay, but also a powerhouse. You are yin and yang. You have both. You can be extremely loving, extremely compassionate, extremely kind, extremely nurturing, but you can also be cutthroat in the way that you protect yourself, in the way that you protect your energy, and in the way that you show such complete and utter devotion to this journey of self-development, to this journey of reconnecting with the highest self, with the highest true spiritual self. I have the Five of Wands here in reverse, okay? This is incredible. So this is really talking about maybe a previous kind of essence of conflict within the timeline that you were within. And with this being reversed, this is over now. This is kind of being able to let these conflicts and these disagreements, I think it's regarding yourself, regarding the way you are showing up, being so stable in that self-foundation and having such a conviction within the self that these people who have these conflicting ideas that they wish to kind of throw at you, it's just going like that, straight over your head, like water off a duck's back, because you know yourself, okay? And the fray does not kind of disorientate you anymore. You are the eagle. You are seeing things up here from a higher perspective. You are removed from this fray. You may very, very much resonate with eagles, with birds. These can be spirit guides showing up for you, okay? But really getting this strong image of an eagle flying high above the conflict that they were once entangled within, okay? We also got the Hierophant, and we got it in reverse. Yes, so you have found your voice. You have found your North Node. You have found your true calling. You have recovered lost pieces of the self. Come to a greater sense of unity within the self, okay? And this has given you a greater sense of freedom. You are no longer feeling entrapped by certain systems, by certain paradigms, by certain rules or traditions, okay? You are going against the grain. You are leaving this rigid structure behind, this rigid structure which only fostered conflict, okay, within your life. You are leaving this behind. These were both reversed. Okay. Woo! Yeah, we're very, very much moving away from an incredibly difficult period of time in which we felt trapped, in which we self-sacrificed on behalf of others. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse, okay? And really what speaks to me about this card is limiting beliefs. This is somebody who is wearing a blindfold, is tied up, okay? But the thing that ties them up is loose. They could wriggle free if only they really wanted to. Okay, and I believe this is exactly what you've done with this card in reverse. This is your previous energy. You felt stuck. You felt stuck within a timeline of restriction. You felt bordered in, okay? And you've opened yourself up to this new perspective. You've grounded this new sense of self-identity into the 3D realm. And this has helped you to move away from this energy and to break from tradition. I'm talking to a rebel, okay? I'm talking to somebody who does not do things in a traditional way. You do things your way. And this is a great thing because nobody does it like you do it, okay? We need this, you know, we need these change makers, these trailblazers. And I am talking to a trailblazer, okay? We also got the 5 of Cups in reverse. I love seeing all of these cards come out in reverse. This is amazing. So the 5 of Cups speaks about previous disappointment. I also pulled this on my reading the other day. Check that out if this is resonating. And really this card speaks of seeing all your cups, your previous fulfillment knocked over and being really, really sad and upset that you've got nothing left without realizing that there is another path behind you of equal fulfillment or of more fulfillment really. And you have found acceptance of this situation. There has been an acceptance of everything that came before, of everything that led you up to this point, because I think there is a true knowledge that everything that happened has led you here, okay? It's led you here. It's led you to this moment in which the tables are finally turning for you, okay? And the reason that the tables are turning is because of this self-work that you have done. It's because of this soul retrieval that you have accomplished. You've reactivated, reintegrated, refound parts of the self that you completely gave up on behalf of others, okay? And it left you feeling very disappointed. It left you feeling unfulfilled, okay? We have the Chariot. So we are very much building a momentum. We're very much expecting forward movement. We could be traveling somewhere. You could have some kind of trip planned. We are taking action on this and we are making progress towards this new reality that aligns with this brand new self that we have discovered and that we are fostering, okay? Is there any more? Yeah, there's one here. Oh my gosh, this collective is they're powerhouses, okay? They are building something incredible for themselves, and we know that because we have the 9 of Pentacles. And I said in a previous reading, this lady within this 9 of Pentacles card, she has built everything within this image from the ground up, from barren land, concrete, you know, and now she luxuriates in her garden. She has freedom, she has independence. Her garden has blossomed, her seeds have been sown, and she has seen them come into fruition. This is where we are heading with this Wheel of Fortune card, okay? No longer are we to be in this energy of disappointment, of feeling dark, you know, of feeling shrouded in darkness, of being covered by our shadows. Instead, we have allowed this fracturing, this disappointment to let the light in, you know, that the light is filling us up and it's taking us somewhere brand new and exciting, okay? Let's get some from my deck for this. I love this. This is one of my favorite readings I've done in a while, especially with the cards that came out in reverse. I mean, wow. Let's get some for this, please, Spirit. Cards that relate. Give me something that relates. Something that relates. What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? Looking at this card here, actually, I do think that this is self-reclamation. It's about kind of stepping forward, speaking your truth with authenticity. And not being afraid of that, not being afraid of the fallout, not being afraid of what that might cause people. But this as well, with the blindfold on, is also giving me this inherent fear of being seen, okay? I very much believe that this is something we've struggled with, and it's something that we are releasing, okay? So we have Sagittarius, which is fire energy, which is no surprise because we are in fiery Aries season. You may be a Sagittarius who I'm speaking to. We have forgive them, okay? So this past energy that you were within, this Five of Wands and this disappointment because of this, there is, you are being prompted by the universe, by your spirit guides, whatever you call it, to foster this sense of forgiveness and gratitude as well, in knowing that this situation that you were in previously has directly led you to this Wheel of Fortune moment where things are going to be turning around in your favor and you are going to be moving forward. You can directly thank these people for lighting that fire within you, for making you question your reality, for making you question what it is you were surrounded with, as to how it aligned with you, okay? If they hadn't made things so difficult for you, you wouldn't have been able to actually step out of that into something new, okay? So forgive them, release them with gratitude, and really kind of luxuriate in this energy that you are currently in. See how far you've come, because you have come so very far, and you need to acknowledge that, okay? And you need to celebrate yourself. This is a time of celebrating the self, of lifting yourself up because you deserve it, okay? We also got Apprentice. So there may be something new that you are learning that is more aligned with this current version of self. Bear with me 1 second. Dog playing up. Yeah, so you may be learning something new that's aligned with this new sense of self. I feel that this is a collective who are kind of very interested in learning. You're very interested in the pursuit of knowledge, in the pursuit of truth. With this Chariot card as well, I feel like you are going after what is true to you, okay? And what is going to get you to this point. This may also have to do with spiritual apprenticeship, okay? This may have to do with answering the call and being quite new to this spiritual path, this spiritual journey, but really putting the work in, putting the time in, okay? Because you know that this is important. We got assistance. No surprise, because we got the Wheel of Fortune, which usually speaks of good karma, okay? Things working out within your favor. And the universe is assisting you in this transition, in this movement that you are about to take towards your success with this Chariot card and this Nine of Pentacles, okay? We also got as within, so without. Once again, this came up in the previous reading. This is a realization of the fact that your internal world is reflecting your external world. So if you have a limited sense of self-worth, you are going to attract things that are aligned with that limited sense of self-worth. Whereas if you have a very grounded and strong sense of self-worth, you are going to attract things that align with that, okay? This is a realization that this is a spiritual world, that our thoughts, our brain, our mentality has a lot of power. You can put in your order with the universe, like with manifestations, and it will deliver. This is a realization that we are in the matrix, okay? As within, so without. We also got release control. So I do believe that we are coming from a wounded masculine energy. We've been talking about this a lot. The need to really control the fine details, to logically work everything out, to push and strive forward, despite kind of what might be going on externally. But I believe that we are releasing that, okay? We are moving away from this idea that we need to control everything. And we're moving into a place of receptivity and magnetism in which we actually attract that which we want, rather than really exerting our willpower in order to attain it, okay? I'm going to get a couple from the pocket spirit animal deck. And then we'll get a couple from the healing waters and we'll leave the reading there. What is it that the collective needs to know? What is it that the collective needs to hear, please? Do not bark. You're in trouble if you bark. Oh, watch him go straight to the gate and start barking. 2 cards for the collective, please, for this reading. 2 cards that go with this. What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? What's the current energy that they are embodying? What is the current energy, please? Okay, we have 3 cards coming out for you. The first is the oyster. The second is the bear. Okay. Wow. Wow. Woo! I'm getting messages. So straight away, looking at this bear and oyster card, we have this sense of hibernation. We have this sense that you have been in a hibernation, a spiritual hibernation, in which you were probably quite closed off to your gifts. You were closed off to your path. And you were kind of stuck in this waiting, in this period of waiting for the seasons to change, you know? And we got the oyster card, okay? Which kind of tells me that you have something very special to share with the world. You have this inner pearl, and you can see it shining out from the edges of the oyster, but the oyster has not yet opened up. So once again, we come back to this fear of being seen, this fear of sharing, this fear of stepping out, okay? Hiding away that which is most precious about you, that which the world could revel in, could enjoy, if only you were to share it, okay? I'm noticing that both of these cards have this shining kind of symbology. So really, you're somebody that if you allow yourself, if you give yourself the chance, you can shine very, very brightly, okay? You have this connection. Ooh. Just picked this up and another tarot card flipped out as I'm saying that, okay? You can shine very brightly with this 6 of Wands card, which is a victory card. It's somebody who has been recognized for what it is that they have, for what it is that they've done. And if you are to allow yourself to open this up to the world, to reveal this to the world, this is going to bring you a lot of recognition, the recognition that you deserve, okay? We also got the Sea Serpent card with the oyster. So you may be very connected to the ocean, you may be a water sign, but really with the water, it's this idea of intuition. It's this idea of visiting and sort of diving into the emotional depths of self. And I believe that this is what you are doing now. You are getting to know yourself fully. You have shed a previous identity and answered the call and decided to go against the grain, because inherently you are a rebel. That is your nature. And it's for a reason. It's part of your purpose. It's part of your mission to bring about something brand new within this reality, okay? I'm going to look at what this the top of the deck. We have the owl, okay? I pulled the owl in the other reading. I said that you're somebody who's very wise, somebody who has spiritual teaching capabilities. You know, you have the capability to share what it is that you know and what it is that you've learned. And you can be a mentor for many people on this if you choose to. If you choose to open up and share that pearl of wisdom that you have within, you know, you can be a guiding light for people on their own journey. So let's see this sea serpent, see what this has to say. Sea serpent. Okay. Yes. This sea serpent talks of healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. This sense of an open expression, an open communication of who you are, of what you need, of what lights you up, of sharing and expression, okay? Sharing this pearl with the world after this season of hibernation that you have been in. Just let my dog in. Come here, in you come. Okay. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. We know what we desire most, our hearts are at ease, and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds, okay? This forgiveness idea, we have sea serpent and we have forgive them. So you are probably thinking about the past. You're probably reflecting a lot on how you got to where you got to. There may be a sense of bitterness. There may be some anger, okay? You can forgive them, but you can also use these emotions that are arising, these powerful emotions. You can channel them into this new start, into what it is that you are working on with this apprentice card that came out, okay? You can transmute these emotions into personal power. And this is what you're being guided to do. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember that no matter what, the waters of our emotional lives look... No matter what, the waters of our emotional lives look like the sea. No, goodness me. The sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a... Oh my God. I've just realised it's serpent as well, which is the snake, which is a 9, which is completion. We're in the year of the snake currently. And this is a collective who are breaking cycles, who are ending a cycle, completing a cycle. And we see that again with this Ouroboros that's coming up here, which is quite spectacular. Yeah, it's all about creativity, this sea serpent. It's all about kind of expressing your creativity and your gifts. Okay, after this period of being in hiding, you know, bears, when they go into hiding, they go into their cave or their burrow, and they will be there for months and months. And I believe that this is something that you have probably done. I don't think months and months is correct. I think years and years is correct. I think this has been a very, very long journey of self-discovery. This has been a pilgrimage to the depths of self, to actually get to know who you are at your core. Wonderful. Okay, let's get 2 from the healing waters, and then I'm going to end it there. I hope my battery doesn't die before I manage to finish this, but we're going to go for it. Okay, we'll go for it. Woo! And now everything's all over the floor. Oh dear. Okay, 2 messages for the collective, please. I love it when they fall on the floor, actually, because I'll often find after a reading the cards that fall on the floor are a direct message for me, so I'll very much enjoy looking at those afterwards. Let's have 2 more. Let's have 3. Let's have 3 from here. 2 more cards from the healing waters, please. What do we need to know? What do we need to hear? What relates to this reading for the collective who are on this spiritual pilgrimage, the rebels, the trailblazers, who are changing their own timeline, but also the world. You know, you're here to contribute something huge to the collective. One more, please, Spirit. One more card for, thank you. Okay. Oh, they've given us 4. They've given us 4. Wow. We have birth mysteries. Not surprised this came up. This has been coming out for a hot minute. This is what are you being called to create? So once again, creative energy with the sea serpent. I believe this has to do with this idea of apprenticeship, this idea of forging forward into something new. And we see that again because we have the immerse yourself card. And this speaks of training, learning, new hobbies and passions, okay? You are rediscovering the self. And in your rediscovery of the self, there is a sacral chakra activation. You are very much more in touch with yourself, with your body, and your expression, okay? And I feel that perhaps you have not yet begun sharing this with this oyster card that's coming up, but I feel you are well on your way towards sharing it, towards prying open this oyster and shining outwardly into the world, okay? This is something, this is a soul remembrance, okay? This is a pivot onto your true North Node path, okay, that you have undertaken here. We got the rainbow card. Actually, no, we'll do that after. We got the Healing Lagoon card, which says rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal, it's safe to stop. What this is telling me is that the work that you've done has been very, very difficult. It's been long, it's been arduous. You've had to show a lot of strength to actually complete this cycle, but you have completed this cycle, okay? And with this Bear card as well, this could also be your current energy. You are in a waiting period for the 3D to start changing with this new sense of self, this new idea of as within, so without, because your internal has changed so much. It's only a matter of time before your external begins to change as well. But really in this period, you are being told to enjoy this. You know, it is safe to stop. It is safe to stop functioning within the wounded masculine energy of being the go-getter and trying to really manipulate everything to your desired outcome. And at this time, you know, with this sea serpent and the oyster, heavy water energy, you are being kind of advised to really continue to foster this new sense of identity, to rejuvenate and ground this new identity so that when this new reality comes in, you are able to sustain it, okay? Because you are very strong in the self-conviction. Love this. To end the reading, we have the Rainbow card, okay? Sweet relief, new beginnings, a way forward. Yes. This also gives me divine guidance, okay? This is the end of something. You have ended something very successfully. You've knocked the ball out of the park. You've passed the test with flying colours, okay? With these rainbow colours, flying colours. And now there is a new way forward that is appearing ahead of you. The path, you know, the path may be very unclear. You might not be able to see very far ahead, but you do not need to. You do not need to, because you are so divinely guided, okay, that you can release control of this. You can trust and have faith that this path you have been guided towards is going to lead to something for you with this Chariot and this Wheel of Fortune, okay? A new way forward is being illuminated for you. Wonderful.